We'll start with Kevin Kinder.
Which I guess a lot to take in tonight, past just player availability, but, how your guys are fitting into either different roles, changed roles a little bit. Any first impressions?
I thought the guys that got to work out, I thought they were pretty good. I thought the guys that didn't get to work out or weren't able to work out because of the COVID, they struggled. And I think we've just got to get those guys back in playing shape, and it's hard to do with the schedule that we got coming up. But we got to get those guys in a lot better shape. And then you lose your touch. I mean, Derek was really frustrated. He has scored it so well around the rim, and he couldn't make one and couldn't make a free throw. And eventually, he shot enough of them. He made some free throws, but he's too valuable to us not to score the ball better than what he did today.
Ethan Buck.
Hey, Coach. JB mentioned that you said this was the biggest win of the year. Can you expand on that comment?
Well, I thought it was the biggest one of the year because, we were coming off a loss in a game we could have, should have won. And then, we get hit with the COVID-19 stuff. And we really hadn't had a time where we were down to basically 4 guys. Not all because of COVID, but the contact tracing and everything that goes along with it, and then we had a guy who needed some rest, who was hurting and needed some rest. So we basically had 4 guys. Hard to get anything done with 4.
Next is Ryan Pritt.
Hey, Bob, I think it was 17-4 start for you guys. How nice was that to see to kind of get a big lead early, to kind of get everyone settled back in? And did that kind of allow you and free you up to mix and match rotations even more so than you probably planned you had to anyway?
No, I mean, I didn't. The people that we subbed because the other guys were tired and we needed subs. I was pleased, I think, more with our defensive effort in the first half. I thought our offensive effort was horrible, but I thought our defensive effort was really good. And we turned them over. We were able to score off the turnovers. We got so many more opportunities than what they got because of the job that we did defensively. And we did spend whatever time that we had that we were permitted to work on with these guys, and it was primarily defense because our defense has been so bad, so porous. And I thought we did a great job of closing passing lanes. I thought we did a great job of closing dribble lanes. We did a better job guarding the ball, better job staying in front of people. We got straight lined a few times at the end, but I think a lot of that was they didn't want to foul and stop the clock. But yeah, I mean, from a defensive standpoint, I was pleased, and our defense really is what got us that lead.
Cody Nesper.
Coach, just why the change to the starting lineup, and did you like what you saw out of them?
I didn't know who we were going to have. I didn't know who we were going to have until really yesterday afternoon. So we wanted to get Senny some times, and Senny was one of the guys that was able to we could work with, and I wanted to see what he could do. He's Gabe does a great job. Gabe's just not as tall as those other guys. I just want to see what Senny could do. Jordan's there. Jordan's never missed anything, and I knew that Jordan could help us get those guys that really weren't up to speed, help them on the floor.
Go to Justin Jackson.
Hey, Coach, in terms of Monday night, I mean, obviously you guys are coming off this game, first time in 14 days. Texas Tech has had their last 2 games postponed. So I'm just wondering the challenges that await trying to scout, prepare for this game when neither team has really played very much in the last, couple weeks.
Well, I doubt that we do anything that surprises Chris, and I would be surprised if Chris does anything that surprises us. That's league play. You get in league play, and so you kind of know what you're getting into. So, I mean, I think unless I just can't see Chris making wholesale changes, and we're certainly not going to make wholesale changes. So, I don't think that plays in. I think what plays in is how much they were able to practice, which we obviously don't have any idea. I know the little bit that we were able to practice wasn't very much. So theirs wasn't near as long as what ours was either.
Go ahead, Mike Kazaza.
Hey, Bob, previously you've kind of talked about how maybe you kind of hit some rough spots in the past 2 seasons and haven't handled the adversity as great as maybe more mature teams would, but it probably gets no more difficult than what you've had the last 2 weeks, and really good start today and kind of answered a rally in the second half to get things back on track. Impressed by that, or just enheartened by that? If nothing else comes from that, at least you have an answer there.
Well, like I said earlier, Mike, I felt really good about what we did defensively. I thought we did a better job. If we wouldn't be sitting here with 3 league losses if we would have guarded as well in some of those games as we did tonight. Offensively, I didn't think we were very good, and we got to not sharing the ball very much, and that's a sure recipe for disaster. I mean, if you look at how we scored when we passed the ball, and we get to where, and we got good kids. It's not like they're selfish or anything like that. They just they get to a point where they think they can make a play, and it's hard to make a play 1-on-5. So you got to move the ball and move those people.
Couple more for Coach. Go ahead, Kevin Kinder.
Coach, with the offensive tweaks that you've had to make, is the biggest challenge at this point kind of meshing some of the 4-out perimeter stuff, but still getting the ball into Derek enough to take advantage of what he can do?
I think the biggest challenge has been with this group on a whole is getting them to run what I tell them to run. We settle too much on, you get the more you pass the ball and the more movement you get, generally the better shots you're going to get. And I think we look to shoot it too soon.
And Justin Jackson to finish us up tonight.
Coach, obviously you're probably not going to be too happy with the fact that you guys only had 24 rebounds tonight. I'm just kind of wondering mentally, guys could see Derek and Oscar bang around there and grab, pretty much all the rebounds they wanted to. It's different now. How much of a mental thing do you have to get these guys over to go in there and help Derek out on the rebounding now?
I don't think it was. I don't think that was the problem, Justin. I think the problem was they were shooting all threes, which are going to rebound long. It wasn't our bigs. I mean, our bigs can't rebound it whenever they shoot a bunch of threes. They never have. And the ball's bouncing well over their head. I think it's a matter of, if we're going to play, 3 guards or 4 guards, whatever, those guards have to do a better job of blocking out, staying between their guy and the rim and rebounding the ball to help us. It's not our bigs. It's not our bigs in any way, shape, or form when it comes to people jacking up as many threes as what And when you get ahead, that's going to happen. People are going to shoot threes to try to catch up quicker.
Hey, Coach, thanks a lot for the time.
My pleasure.